6 months ago, a leader told me, Coach Adaora, I don't think I'm cut out for this. Well, guess what? Just last week, her team won Company of the Year. Same person, different story. One coaching journey. What changed? Let's unpack it. Hi, I am Coach Adaora, and welcome back to Coaching Topics with EZ. Today, it's not about theory, it's about impact. Real stories, real numbers, and real transformation. Because sometimes impact isn't loud. It could be the manager who stops yelling. It could be the executive who finally goes home at 6 p.m. to be with his family. Or the team that laughs together again. Let's look at a confidence shift story, an individual impact. Adaora. Once upon a time, she was apologizing for everything, avoiding conflict. She was overworking herself at weekends to prove her worth. Her coaching focus was self-trust and courageous conversations, owning her voice. Well, guess what? 6 months later, Adaora's team's engagement rose 45%. 2 members earned promotions, and she led a restructure confidently. One leader's clarity elevated 12 others. The research on leadership coaching echoes this. When one leader increases self-awareness and confidence, there are measurable gains in performance, engagement, and goal attainment across their teams. And this is from Metrics Global Research. Let's take another story. A team transformation. A collective impact in a company startup. There were 8 brilliant people who were constantly in conflict. And in 90 days of team coaching, we were able to build trust, accountability, and psychological safety. What were the results? 0 resignations in 6 months. Delivery time was down 30%. Client satisfaction was up 52%. They stopped performing teamwork and they started being a team. Let's look at another story. To look at business impact at the organizational level within a financial services firm that had 200 employees, great talent, but very poor collaboration. So what did we do? We coached 12 mid-level managers to bridge leadership gaps. 6 months later, revenue per employee was up by 28%. Cross-department projects rose from 2 to 11. Satisfaction also jumped from 22 to 61, and 3 managers became directors. The ripple effect. Now they're an employer of choice. That's the human side of impact that you won't see in this report. When you have an executive who, for instance, reconnects with his daughter. When you have a manager who stopped panicking on Mondays. When you have a CEO who finally took a holiday. Coaching changes systems, but it also heals people. So let's look at 3 levels of coaching impact. The first is awareness. Now I can see what I couldn't see before. Then you have behavior. I begin to act differently. And thirdly, results. It's visibly working. Real coaching drives all 3. This awareness, behavior, and results arc is exactly how coaching researchers and institutions, including the International Coaching Federation and leading universities, recommend measuring the effectiveness of professional coaching. So I have a challenge for you. Do an impact audit. If you can think back of one person who changed your growth, and note maybe 3 ways that they shaped you. Then ask yourself, who am I being that kind of person for? Coaching isn't only about hiring a coach. It's also about being coachable. So leaders, I'd like you to imagine every person on your team operating with clarity and confidence. It's not a dream, it's a strategy. Subscribe, drop your takeaway, and please share this with someone who needs to see what is truly possible. I'm Coach Adaora. Impact is waiting. Let's go get it.